morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Deltans. On behalf of the board, management, and staff, I welcome all of us to Delta TV's flagship program, The Morning Ride. Today is Wednesday, the 7th day in the month of January 2026. Still basking in the euphoria of the new year, and at the same time, praying that this year will be a year of favors, God's divine blessings, God's unending mercies, and all of the beautiful, beautiful things that life has to offer in this new year. That is our prayer for each and every one of us in this year 2026. My name is Perpetua Iboba, and once again, welcome to Wednesday's edition of Morning Ride. Well, we begin with trending headlines, and one of the headlines that caught our attention is the tension in Kano State as Kwankwaso and Kano governor clash over support for Tinubu. Well, it's said that political tension has heightened in Kano State following an apparent rift between the leader of the New Nigeria's People Party, that's the NNPP, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and the state governor, Abba Kabir Yusuf, over an alleged plan to defect to the All Progressives Congress and support President Bola Tinubu re-election bid. Now, according to reports, for days now, security presence has been reinforced and heightened around the government house amid reports that Governor Yusuf, a long-time protege of Kwankwaso, is considering leaving the NNPP for the ruling party. And now this defection, which was initially expected to happen immediately, has reportedly been postponed to January 12 this year to allow the governor to consult widely, particularly with members of the Kano State House of Assembly. Now, Kwankwaso was speaking at the weekend, and he accused the governor of plotting to hand over Kano to the former governor, Ganduje, whom he claimed the state had earlier been rescued from. And then Ganduje, who is from the former APC national chairman, or who is a former APC national chairman and governor of the state, was once Kwankwaso's ally before their political fallout after the change of power in 2015. Now, however, responding to the allegations, the governor's media advisor said Yusuf still holds Kwankwaso in high esteem. That's what he's saying at this point. So we just pray that the political rift in Kano State is solved, and they can peacefully, move on, because
Welcome to the new year 2026. We at Delta Broadcasting Service, DBS Asaba, extend our heartfelt thanks to you, our cherished audience. Thank you for tuning in, for trusting us, and for making us your preferred source of information, education, and entertainment. Your loyalty, feedback, and constant support inspire us to do more and be better. In 2026, we reaffirm our commitment to responsible broadcasting, credible news, quality programming, and content that reflects the values, culture, and aspirations of Deltans and Nigerians at large. In this new year 2026, advertise your goods and services with us on Delta Television and Voice of Delta FM, Asaba. From all of us at Delta Broadcasting Service, DBS Asaba, we wish you a happy new year filled with hope, good health, peace, and prosperity. Stay with us as we are poised to serve you better. DBS Asaba. We wish you a happy new year filled with hope, good health, peace, and prosperity. Stay with us as we are poised to serve you better.
You're still on to Wednesday's edition of Morning Ride, and it's now time for Street Talk, where we get to feel the pulse of the people on their expectation for the new year 2026.
Your visions or expectations for this year 2026?
Okay, my name is Adewale Adeyemo. My expectation for this year is for a better year, for Nigeria as a whole, for myself, my family. Nigeria, a lot of things is going on in this country, insecurity, even in Delta State. You see most places now, Delta State, Asabada is very peaceful. A lot of things going on in Seluku, Ogwashuku, Buluku, kidnapping is going on. So I'm expecting the governors and the federal government to work harder, the security personnel to step up, to go into those places and fish out those kidnappers, those bandits, and make the country, the state, the cities, the town, the villages secured.
Thank you very much.
Adeni Adewale.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mama, tell us your name.
My name's Nena Lilian Ijegalo.
Okay. So what's happening? What's with you this year, 2026? What are your goals? What are your visions? What are your expectations for yourself?
Well, my expectation for this year is bright, and I need the government to improve in the security of the masses. Due to the kidnapping and the other things that are happening around us, I want the government to improve in that one. Two, and I also want the government to improve in the to add skill acquisition for the traders and the youth too. There are many youths here. As you can see, there some are working without no payment. Some of them have no unemployed youth. We have unemployed youth. So I want the government to give them work so that there will be more money for us to use to buy one or two things we need at home. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Effiong Oso.
The expectations from the government.
All right, this 26, right? I'm expecting the government to get down to work.
Okay, I expect the government to ensure that their subordinates get down to work. You know, subordinates under government may not do the expectation of the government in executing projects. For instance, there's projects that will be executed and the money signed out for the project, the money budgeted for the project was due, the actual amount But then when it gets down to the contractors, etc., you see them removing their own, cutting their own into their private fund pocket. That's diversion of funds. I expect the government to tackle this aspect of diversion of funds to ensure that projects that are signed and budgeted for will be carried out duly and without any mago-mago, any wayo.
For yourself, what's your vision for yourself?
That's not all for the government. For the government, I expect the government to end godfatherism. And I expect the nation to also do away with tribalism, religious discrimination, segregation, etc. Let's keep our indifferences aside and work together as one. The nation as a whole, Nigeria, is like a child that hasn't gotten a development skill, no handwork, and then gain freedom or independence from their parents. Such a child will be a nuisance in society. That is how the nation Nigeria is. No proper infrastructural facilities in place, no companies, no firms, no good academy, no good hospital, etc., and yet we got our independence too prematurely. We are not developed enough to have the amenities, the infrastructural facilities, etc. We are not developed enough to have that ability to maintain a system, yet we sought the independence too early. It would be wise if this nation is splitted peacefully. I'm just saying it frankly. Peacefully, if it is splitted into 4 places, the Shites, the Arewas, the Duduwa, and the Biafra, then we will know how to manage our resources well and use our head. It's another year now. Our money has lost value. Our money has no value. The economical system is damaged, is rubbish. Please, let's sit up. Let's sit up. The issue of religious discrimination and killings, this has to stop. Please, I'm expecting the government to be up and doing, to sit up this new year 2026, so that we can be great again. Yeah, that's it.
For yourself?
For myself, I expect people like me out in the street to have fair hearing and be safe, press freedom, where we can air out our views innocently and be safe on the street without being murdered or kidnapped or maimed on the road. I expect equal rights, equity, justice in order. It is when order is not kept, that is when people seek for justice. But if order is adhered to, people will seek justice. I expect order and justice. I expect safety out there in the street. If you're a driver, please safety, a hustler, whatever job you do, make it legit and make sure there's safety. I expect God to prosper me this year, just as God is about to prosper Nigeria. And lastly, Nigeria as a name was named after River Niger. Come to think of it, there are major rivers in Nigeria, River Benue. So the partiality of naming Nigeria after the Niger River is going to cause fracas, or it's already causing fracas in the realm of the spirit. Let's say marine spirit, Mami water spirit is affecting the Nigeria as a whole. Yes, the River Benue will always jealous River Niger for bearing the name. So I think the name Nigeria should be changed. Simple, short and clear. Change the name Nigeria.
For myself.
Your name first.
Okay, Joel Emmanuel Igbe. What's the next question?
The expectations, your visions, for yourself.
2026, I don't have any expectations. I'm just open. Yeah, you're open to good and bad and ugly. So when you're expectant, that's what brings disappointment. So I'm not expectant. I'm just open.
So from the government,
From the government, I'm not a political person, so I'm not saying anything about it.
It's not about political, it's about you as a citizen of the country. What do you expect the government to do for the citizens?
They should do their best. So the citizens should be alright.
Just those 2 questions.
Alright. Thank you. Now give me a number.
Mama, please, what's your name?
My name is Esther.
Okay, ma, what's your personal expectation for 2026?
Okay, my expectation is I want God to help me. What in my business, everything that I'm doing in my family, may God protect us and guide us and give us good health and good job.
So, ma, what's your expectation from the government?
What I expect for government to do is to put effort what is happening in Nigeria now, in this Delta, as like, okay, like what I will expect is that may government look down, because people are suffering, some people are dying in hunger, like some people are feeding well, but some people, if they ask them to help others, they will not help. May they look down. If they give people that type of job, may they look down, whether the people is doing it or not.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please, what's your name?
Naomi.
So, what's your expectation for this year?
Like for myself?
Yeah, your expectation.
Probably to do better in my education, to do better in school. Oh, sorry.
So, what's your personal expectation this year?
Like to do better on myself, my education, like set better goals to myself and investments, like that.
So, what are you expecting from the government?
What let me see? Maybe to make life better for the citizens.
So that's the only thing you're expecting from the government?
It's like to give the citizens like a better life, like to give them like better opportunities, like, so they can make money and like help themselves out. Is that all?
Done well. Thank you.
So, excuse me, how do I start?
Good morning.
Good
What's your
morning.
name?
My name is Precious Godwin.
So, please, what's your personal expectation this year?
Okay, for this year, my personal expectation is that I will develop myself to be a better person than I was in the previous years, so I can reach my goals, my targets, which I was unable to meet last year. Also, grow beyond limits, like make myself limitless and be consistent, because inconsistency was one of my shortcomings last year, and I want to go beyond inconsistency this year.
That's nice. So what's your expectation? What are you expecting from the government?
Okay, for the government as a whole, I would love the government to give us a sense of security more. I'm a student, I do go to school and come back. One of my friends was kidnapped on his way back from school. So I would love the government to invest more on the security of the nations and its citizens. Also, in regards to students, like they should create a conducive environment for students to learn. Most times our auditoriums, they have leaking roofs, chairs that are not good, and making the atmosphere for learning not favorable and enjoyable. So I would love the government to invest more in the academic and also security aspect. Also making life easy, like foodstuffs, all these basic necessities, they should be cheaper, so both the poor and the rich can be able to put food on their table. That's what I would love the government to provide for us. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, so hi, good morning. Please, what's your name?
My name is Yakubu Amis.
So what's your expectation this 2020? Your personal expectation?
My personal expectation from government is say we have better road and water, and make government assist, you understand, and give us better work, you understand, and we have many graduates and they don't have work, and they expect my government give them work for this 2026, so that we not go have lack of job opportunities, you understand, and all people who know they work, you understand, like me now, where they do work, hand work, I depend on government for some reasons, you understand, so that government go give people work. If people get work, we too go to get work, you understand, if work no day, we not go to get work, you understand, that's what I'm expecting from government. Apart from good road, water, and security, that's the only thing that they expect from government when they do for us.
So what's your own personal expectation this year? Your own personal, not the government expectation, your own expectation.
My own expectation for this 2026 not to make my life better and improve my work. Understand? But I improve my work to modern one. Understand? But so that I feel run my life smooth and better my life. You understand?
Your name again?
Yakubu Amisari.
Thank you. Yeah. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, please, what's your name?
Okay, I'm Jane Umuze. I'm Jane Umuze.
So, ma'am, what's your personal expectation this year?
Okay. Wish that God would keep all of us alive. Yes, the most important thing is actually life. Once you have life, then you can have every other thing. So that God should preserve us, keep all of us alive, and God should open doors for us. Is what you do for others that will speak for you. Yes, what you do for others that will speak for you. So that God should keep us alive, help us to help others, hold the hands of others, and just support each other throughout this year.
So from the part of the federal government and the state government, what do you expect?
Well, we all know that there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things, from better roads to better health care to education. Every sector. We don't. There are a lot of expectations from Nigerians. We are not getting the basic things we are supposed to get as citizens. The basic needs like good roads, food, water, asking for too much. Just the basic needs. So that's just it.
Consilia. Or how about some Obianuju Consilia? I should call where I'm from, my state.
Your expectations for yourself and for the government?
My expectation for myself in this 226, number one is long life from God. And number two, I want to establish myself as a young lady, have my own business that I want to establish. And I pray that God will help me through it. And secondly, for the government, number one, there is no light. We lack light in this Delta state. I'm pleading the government to make more improve about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, tell us your name, sir.
My name is Hope Cyril.
So, what's your expectation for yourself, your personal expectation for 2026?
My expectation this year is very big. Number one, I want to see myself in the next level. I want to achieve what I couldn't be able to achieve for the past years. In terms of finances, career, everything. So I want to see myself in the higher level. And then also for others, I want everybody also to be improved in whatsoever. So even our nation, I also expect bigger from the government. I want them to improve in terms of security, in terms of food, whatsoever. So I expect big this year. So that is it.
Specifics?
Specific for myself or for government? Yes, I want government to improve in terms of security. Even in the food prices, I want everything to come down. Like fuel, I want fuel to come down because that is number one thing. Apart from fuel, which is primary thing for every human. After the food, the fuel, and other things. That's what we need from government. That is it.
Please, can you come? Who is the second name, sir?
My name is Obin Jewel. My talk go like this. I just need a government that will have conscience, because Nigerians are suffering. I don't think that other countries, some other African countries are passing through what Nigerians are passing through. Especially the insecurities, my own concern, seriously. I know that Nigerians can endure. Even when things are hard, Nigerians, they can cope up. But let this government try more and more. I'm not telling them to maybe they are bad or this, just anything they will do to help the masses, let them try. That's my own.
Are there no specifics?
You say?
Are there no specific things that you're looking at that they should improve on?
Yes, like all this maybe school, hospital, or something. All the people that cannot provide maybe three school meal in a day, make the government just help. That's my own reason.
For your personal own, what do you want to achieve? What do you want?
My plan, if that going to the tax, I just hear the rumor of the tax. Let government know what they will do, that the thing will not affect all of us. So that's my own. Thank you so much.
Okay, my name is Amani John. I'm from Imo State, but I'm here in Asaba.
So what are your personal expectations for 2026?
Well, period to what happened in 2023, we had election where we actually elected some officials and personalities that are going to take care of the governance in Nigeria. There were a lot of hinges, there were a lot of issues whereby some people's expectations were not met, like people in Labour Party complained a lot that the man they voted for was not actually given the mantle of leadership. I, for once, also believe that expectation of the people at that point in time was not actually met. And for me, I was a little bit angry. But as time goes on, we decided to dust our chairs and decided to follow government the way it is. That since federal government, the judiciary has given a particular man to handle the leadership of this country, that we don't have any other choice than to follow. But 2026 is going to be a different trajectory, in the sense that this time around our vote is going to count, and we believe that government should do everything possible to make sure that whatever is our expectation, that it should be met, and whoever we cast our vote should count, and then whatever is our need, the primary need of our people should be met decisively. So what we're expecting, that whoever that actually wins this particular 2026 election should be allowed objectively to carry the affairs of this particular nation. We don't want a situation whereby the judiciary and INEC should decide our fate. We want our fate to be decided by us, not them deciding our fate, because we know that everybody belongs to one or two political parties. So our expectation is that the man that won, that is going to win this particular election by free and fair on the ballot, should be allowed to take up the mantle of leadership for now.
So that's your personal expectation?
Yes, that's my personal expectation.
What's your expectation from the government for the people?
My expectation from government to the people is to make sure that there is affordability in all areas of interest. Like you're looking at the new tax law right now. It is not really, we have not really accepted it because of some of the thresholds, some of the anomalies in it. So I am looking at government to make sure that the tax law does not affect the masses. Because for you to tax me, there must be a reason why you are taxing me. You have provided for me. Virtually in Nigeria, we do everything for ourselves. We hire security for ourselves. We open borehole for ourselves. We buy keke for ourselves. We buy motor for ourselves. There is no credit facilities in Nigeria. So why are you not taxing people? Even if you are taxing us, there is reason for you to tax us. Let that taxing not be an impediment, an issue to us. So that is my problem. And also, in Nigeria here, we have a whole lot of issues that has to do with housing. The housings are too cumbersome. The rent is too cumbersome. People could not pay rent anymore. People could not even get, in those days when I was a little kid, we used to go to pipe-borne water and drink. But these days, you virtually buy everything like your pure water. So if government is going to tax me for anything, government should make provision for me. Over there in the United States, like other people, if you are sick, if there are any issue, you don't need to pay money. Once you have your credit facility, you don't need to pay money for somebody to come and take care of you. First of all, let that person be alive first before we begin to talk about payment. But here we don't have that kind of credit facility. So I expect government to at least put some infrastructure that people can access, hospital, school. Now look at what's happening when it comes to school. For somebody to go to school now, you must go to private school, and private school is something else. Government should make school affordable. They should make hospital affordable. They should make most of those basic things affordable. To even buy food now is a problem. Somebody was telling me the other day that a bag of rice is now 50-something. I said, are you okay? Is it supposed to be 50-something thousand? That ordinary person cannot even buy pure water to drink at this time around. So I'm expecting government to bring down a whole lot of things to the minimum aspect so that people can at least get what they can use. So that's my expectation.
Thank you so much, sir.
God bless you.
Your name, please, and then...
Okay. My name is Success Okafor, and my expectation this year is to grow myself, to acquire more skills, and be close to God. My expectation for the government is for the government to provide the basic amenities like good roads, securities, and food for the citizens.
Your name, please, and then...
Okay. My name is Success Okafor, and my expectation this year is to grow myself, to acquire more skills, and be close to God. My expectation for the government is for the government to provide the basic amenities like good roads, securities, and food for the citizens.
Is what you do for others that will speak for you. Yes, what you do for others that will speak for you. So that God should keep us alive, help us to help others, hold the hands of others, and just support each other throughout this year.
So from the part of the federal government and the state government, what do you expect?
Well, we all know that there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things, from better roads to better health care to education. Every sector. We don't. There are a lot of expectations from Nigerians. We are not getting the basic things we are supposed to get as citizens. The basic things like good roads, food, water, asking for too much. Just the basic needs. So that's just it. Thank you.
Welcome to the new year 2026. We at Delta Broadcasting Service, DBS Asaba, extend our heartfelt thanks to you, our cherished audience. Thank you for tuning in, for trusting us, and for making us your preferred source of information, education, and entertainment. Your loyalty, feedback, and constant support inspire us to do more and be better. In 2026, we reaffirm our commitment to responsible broadcasting, credible news, quality programming, and content that reflects the values, culture, and aspirations of Deltans and Nigerians at large. In this new year 2026, advertise your goods and services with us on Delta Television and Voice of Delta FM, Asaba. From all of us at Delta Broadcasting Service, DBS Asaba, we wish you a happy new year filled with hope, good health, peace, and prosperity. Stay with us as we are poised to serve you better.
so this is where we are this beautiful Wednesday, midweek's edition of Morning Ride. So beautiful to be here with you, and of course, Perpetual Igboba. Good morning to you. So, Nigerians, Deltans in particular, have been talking about their expectations of the new year 2026. And you know, expectations vary from individuals to individuals.
Ranging from needs, ranging from survival, financial aspects.
Yes.
The list is endless.
It's truly endless. All right, so we have some major expectations that people actually expect, people look up to. They expect that things change for the better. They expect that their lives improve. They expect financial improvement. And they expect so much from the government. And then we'll ask questions. How much is government really ready to do for you as an individual than more than what you can actually do for yourself, or push yourself to do for yourself to make life easier? Well, like I said, the list is endless. The expectations, human expectations, naturally are endless. Okay, so we'll quickly look at Nigerians' general expectations. Yes, in the new year, they are mixed. Usually, expectations come with mixed emotions, hoping for a better life and brighter future. Many are looking forward to an end to insecurity nightmare that has plagued the country for some time now, with some pinning their hopes on the recent U.S. airstrikes targeting terrorist enclaves in the north. All right, some of the expectations for 2026, let us reel them out to you. Economic relief. Nigerians are hoping for policies that promote interest and well-being, especially with the new tax knocking in. Yes, Pepe, we actually saw one of those respondents say the government needs to explain to Nigerians what they're doing with all of the taxes. Especially, he said, the guy on red, even though we didn't get his name, he actually said, if government is actually bent on taxing Nigerians, it's not a probability anymore. The law is here with us. It has started. For those who have been engaged in transactions, bank transactions, we have seen clearly that the tax the regime has actually started. And so he asked, if government is here to tax us this way, what is he bringing on board? What is government bringing on board? What is government doing differently for Nigerians? That question many persons have asked and is begging for answers. Because I recall the argument about fuel subsidy removal in 2023. That has been on. And most people argue that they have not seen the effect of fuel subsidy removal in the Nigerian economy. What would be your take on this?
I think the Nigerian economy should start practicing a transparent system of government. We are in democracy. If they're going to tax us within the short period of time and we don't have proper sensitization about what the tax reform is all about, but they still insisted on making it happen last Thursday being the first day in the month of January. I think the least they owe Nigerians is transparency. What are these monies used for? And then are we seeing them really used for what they are intended for? Because these are two things. We want to use the money for this, and then I'm seeing that, oh yes, you're actually using the money for what you said you would use it for. So the least the government owes to people is transparency at this point, because no matter how much you transfer, it's been reduced. The reduction, it has started happening. You know, we are being taxed already, so we need transparency at this point.
Okay, beyond that transparency, a lot of Nigerians, millions of Nigerians, high and low, have actually asked for accountability. Yes, fuel subsidy was removed in 2023. Here we are. In 2024, Nigerians complained. 2025, Nigerians complained. The bad roads, the poor economy, the issues with insecurity. Which areas has government actually invested the monies from fuel subsidy removal? Now here we are. The roads are still very bad. Insecurity has become a major issue in the Nigerian economy. Then the economic sabotage, if you like, or the economic bite of the Nigerian people is still there. Now there is introduction of taxes on every transaction, every human transaction in Nigeria. We're asking, what should be the way out? Now that it has actually started, what is government going to give back to the Nigerian people to at least ameliorate the pains of this tax reform? Well, another area that people expect, Nigerians expect changes in the area of improved security. There is a strong desire for an end to banditry, kidnappings, and insurgency. Perpetual, we saw that happen over the years. It's been there, but in 2025 it was something else until the United States President Donald Trump. Yes, and in stepping in, we just had one airstrike because that of Kano till date has not been confirmed. But that of Sokoto actually happened, and we saw the panic in the midst of these bandits and their financiers.
You know one thing about this kidnapping that happened in 2025, children were involved.
School children.
I was asking myself, like, it takes lots of audacity for you to storm a school and then carry children in their numbers and kidnap them. It tells you the level of moral decadence the society is in. But like you said earlier, thank God that the United States had to step in. Imagine parents. I saw a clip of parents crying, and I was like, these parents, they intended sending their children to school, and they were greeted with another news of your children has been kidnapped. I don't even wish my enemy, who is a parent, to go through that, because it is mind-boggling. It's something else. But in 2025, we saw, most especially kidnapping, an anomaly become the order of the day, if not that the US stepped in to ameliorate the situation.
To send this panic waves.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we pray that this 2026, it will not be like that, because it was really, really disheartening and heartbreaking.
Yes, really heartbreaking. Beyond school children, we saw those who were just survival, making ends meet from their daily hustle, being kidnapped, some passengers kidnapped. You know, it was just rampant. It was beyond just kidnap of the bourgeois amongst us, or the elite in the society. So almost everybody was a victim. And now we ask, in 2026, what will be done differently by the Nigerian government, even beyond what the United States government has started doing in Nigeria? We should hold our government accountable and responsible for the kind of changes we truly want to see in Nigeria. All right, there is another area, personal growth. Many are focusing on self-improvement, learning new skills, and enhancing career prospects. This is true of every Nigerian citizen, of every human being on the surface of the earth. Every year we look towards a better, improved life. We look towards growth for ourselves and members of our families, even our colleagues. We look for growth, personal growth, learning skills.
It is very, very
unlearning
important.
and learning new skills.
It's very, very important that in as much as you want to learn something new, don't be afraid of going back to the drawing board. Last week I said the fact that we are celebrating the new year does not mean you dump what you set out to do in 2025. It can also be a continuation in 2026. If you did not achieve what you set out to do in 2026, you can always go back to the drawing board, re-strategize, and then continue.
Exactly. All right, well, let's look at the area of unity and peace. The First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has urged Nigerians to choose peace, empathy, and unity. As the country navigates economic challenges and security concerns, Nigerians are cautiously optimistic about the future. Yes, indeed. Nigerians are optimistic about the future. And the future cannot be bad or worse than where we're coming from. What we look forward to is a better future.
Yes, yes.
Better deals.
No matter how bad it is.
Peace, security, unity. Exactly.
Things will get better.
Well, 2026 is here with us. We truly believe and hope that things will get better. Right. Personal expectations from government, we truly believe that 2026 will be better. All right, we'll move on straight now to paper review. We're having a couple of headlines this morning from our national dailies. But first of all, let's look at the dailies we'll be reviewing this morning. All right, we have This Day newspaper, The Guardian, The Nation, The New Telegraph, Daily Trust, Pepe,
The Punch, and Daily Sun newspaper.
Yes. Okay, we'll start our review with This Day. This Day newspaper has a couple of headlines. Let's see that. Okay, we'll quickly take a short break and we'll be back. back. Please stay with us on Wednesday's edition of Morning Ride right here. Good morning.
Introduced into West Africa centuries ago, okra quickly became a staple in Nigerian cooking due to its adaptability and nutritional richness. When sliced and cooked, its pores release a natural viscosity that thickens soups, a trait that made it ideal for traditional stews combining vegetables, meat, and fish. Over time, okra soup grew into a beloved comfort food across tribes and generations. Preparation typically begins with boiling assorted meat, tripe, and sometimes smoked fish or stock fish until tender. Palm oil is added, followed by ground crayfish, blended pepper, and seasoning to enrich the base. Freshly chopped or grated okra is then stirred in and allowed to simmer gently to maintain its viscosity and nutrients. Some variations include vegetables such as ugu, bitter leaf, or spinach for extra flavor and color. The result is a rich, smooth soup, often enjoyed with eba, fufu, pounded yam, semovita, or amala. Each region has its own signature touch. Among the Yoruba, ila alasikpo often includes locust beans or iru for added aroma, while the Igbo ofokuru may feature obono or egusi for thickness. In the north, Miyan kebewa is traditionally prepared with dried okra and groundnut, giving it a distinctive earthly flavor. Nutritionally, okra is a powerhouse vegetable rich in vitamins A, C, and K, as well as fiber, calcium, and antioxidants. It aids digestion, supports heart health, and promotes healthy skin. Combined with proteins from meat and fish, okra soup becomes a balanced meal that nourishes and sustains the body.
I love eating my okra fresh because it's very rich in mineral and vitamin.
Okra soup is one of the oldest Nigerian dishes and prefer vegetable in it. I've always known of, or I've always had it with vegetable in it.
I actually love okra soup. It's very, very delicious, and I love taking it with fufu.
And I like okra because of it's easy to eat with any kind of swallow.
With rising food prices, nutrition experts continue to encourage Nigerians to embrace meals like okra soup for their affordability, accessibility, and health benefits. Okra soup represents not just good eating, but simple, wholesome living, and altogether remains a timeless dish reflecting family, culture, and vitality. Favor Okafor reporting. Well known for its smooth texture, southern taste, and rich nutritional value, ujuju soup is prepared from the tender leaves of the ujuju plant, known in English as Veronica comforta. The leaves possess a natural thickening quality that gives the soup